So, good day, ma'am. The parasite that I've chosen is um, Taenia saginata. I will, I will introduce myself. My name is April Rose Pulvera from BSEDSCI1B. And here are the, con- the contents for this presentation. First, we have is Taenia saginata, the life cycle of Taenia saginata, the agent and mode of transmission of the said parasite. Next is the effect of the parasite to the host, then how to get rid of the parasite and how can it be prevented. So first, we're going to tackle about the Taenia saginata, all about the background of the Taenia saginata. So, the Taenia saginata or T. saginata, known as the beef tapeworm, is transmitted to humans in the form of infectious larval cysts found in the meat of cattle, which serve as a parasite's usual intermediate host. And the T. saginata tapeworm is common in cattle breeding areas of the world. Areas with the highest prevalence, or up to 27%, it is located in Central Asia, Near East, sa Central o East Africa. And then, ng low prevalence po, they are found in Europe, Southeast Asia, Central America, South America. Rare steak or kebabs and steak tartare are dishes typically associated with T. saginata infection. In the definitive human host, adult T. saginata, tapeworms are long. So, mura siya, ganun, taas siya, 10 meters siya, 10 meters long, and can contain more than 1,000 proglottids, each of it capable of producing thousands of eggs. So, daghanay jud kaayo no sa eggs palang daan. And then, if 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 through poor sanitary practices, eggs released in the feces are allowed to reach grazing areas, cattle are subsequently infected with T. saginata cysticerci. Alternative intermediate hosts include llamas, buffalo, and giraffes. Humans are the only definitive host. So here is the kanang murag unsa niya image of the said parasite. Nakara siya kanang tapeworm jud siya, tapeworm, type of tapeworm. In this slide, I will show you the images of the parasite. So first, we have is kaning egg niya. This is the egg of the Taenia saginata. Gamay pa siya no. Pero if isa one pa na siya. Tapos pag magdako siya ingon ani na siya. Kani siya ug kani. Um this is the adult worm of Taenia saginata. Mo siya kanang host sa washing machine bitaw pero pina-flat lang siya and it can measure up to 10 meters long. So, taas din siya. So, next we have is the type and life cycle of Taenia saginata. So, Taeniasis in humans is a parasite infection caused by the tapeworm species Taenia saginata or the beef tapeworm. Like in the humans can become infected with these tapeworms by eating raw or uncooked meat like beef, pork, and and the like. So, Taeniasis is the infection of humans with the adult tapeworm of Taenia saginata. Humans are the only definitive host for Taenia saginata. So eggs or gravid proglottids are passed with testes. So the first step is the eggs, the life cycle of this. So the first is the eggs can survive 4 days, 2 months in the environment. The cattle and pigs. It becomes infected by ingesting vegetation contaminated with eggs or gravid proglottids. Second, in the animal's intestine, the oncospheres hatch. Then third is it invades the intestinal wall and migrates to the striated muscles, where they develop into cyster, cysticerci. Cysticerci. As cysticercus can survive for several years in the animal. Humans become infected by ingesting raw or undercooked infected meat. So then fourth is in the human intestine, the cysticercus develops over 2 months into an adult tapeworm, which can survive for years. So the adult tapeworms attach to the small intestine by their scolex. So number 5 is um, it resides in the small intestine. And number 6, length of adult worms is usually 5 meters or less for T. saginata. However, in T. solium, 2 to 7 meters. So the adults produce proglottids which mature, become gravid, detach from the tapeworm, and migrate to anus or pass in the stool for approximately 6 per day. So the T. saginata adults usually have 1,000 to 2,000 proglottids, while the T. solium have average of 1,000. Then the eggs contained in the gravid proglottids are released after the proglottids pass with feces. So the T. saginata may produce up to 100,000 respectively. So here is the cycle of the said parasite. Here we have the agent and mode of transmission of Taenia saginata. So, eggs of Taenia saginata passed in the feces of an intended person are only infectious to cattle. Humans are infected by ingestion of raw or undercooked beef infected with Cysticercus bovis, the larval stage of Taenia saginata. In humans, the adult tapeworm develops in the intestine over 2 to 3 months. The cycle of infection repeats when infectious eggs are passed in the feces and later ingested by cattle, slowly migrating into the flesh and transforming into the larval stage. Taenia saginata is distributed throughout the world. Humans acquire infection by eating raw or insufficiently cooked beef infected with the Cysticercus, as in dishes such as steak tartare. Cattle acquire Cysticercus bovis by grazing in fields upon which uh, human excrement has been deposited either through fertilization with um, um, with nice soil or from poor sanitation. Pastures flooded by rivers and creeks contaminated with human excrement provide another source of infection for cattle. So in next slide we have is the effect of parasite to the host. So T. saginata or Taenia saginata infections are often asymptomatic. Apart from the anal passage of tapeworm segments, infection may be associated with epigastric pain, diarrhea, and weight loss. Symptoms are absent in most patients with Taenia saginata infection. A small number report mild abdominal cramps or malaise. The proglottids of Taenia saginata are motile and occasionally migrate out of out of the anus to be found in the perineum or on clothing. The patient may report seeing moving segments in the feces or passing several feet of strobila at one time. These events are often psychologically distressing and are associated with significant anxiety-associated symptoms. So here is the an of tapeworm infection or the Tinea saginata infection. How to get rid of the parasite. So, diagnosis is typically treated with the medications prescribed by your doctor. Medications for the treatment of diagnosis include um, praziquantel or biltricide and albendazole or albenza. Both drugs are antihelminthics, which means that they kill parasite worms and their eggs. In most cases, these medications are provided in a single dose. They can take a few weeks to fully clear an infection, and the tapeworms will be excreted as waste. So common side effects associated with these medications include dizziness and upset stomach. So this is the last content of this presentation. So how can it be prevented? The most effective way to prevent diseases is to cook food thoroughly. This means cooking meat to a temperature above 140 degrees Fahrenheit for 5 minutes or more. Measure the meat temperature with a cooking thermometer. After cooking meat, allow it to stand for 3 minutes before cutting it. This can help destroy any parasites that may be in the meat. Proper hand hygiene is also important for preventing the spread of this disease. Always wash your hands after using the bathroom and teach other people to do the same. Also drink bottled water if you live in or travel to an area where water must be treated. So here are the references. So this would be the end of the slide. So that would be all, and I hope you learned something from my presentation. Thank you and have a good day.